showing you how to recover, check your oil in the AC compressor, uninstall the compressor, and charge it all back up. It's going to be the whole process. Now this is the recovery machine I will be using today. It's a Bosch. It's very simple to use. They have manuals on it. I prefer to read it. Unless you already know how to do it, then that's cool. Alright, what you're going to want to do first, you're going to want to hook up your high pressure and low pressure lines to the trucks. Now, I already have the caps off, but usually they have caps on, and you're going to want to keep track of those, not lose them. It's real simple. Hook the high pressure hose up to the high pressure side, hook the low pressure up to the low pressure side, and basically twist them all the way down. You'll hear it kind of come out like a little seeping noise when it's reading the pressures. Then you're going to want to go over here to your machine. And it's reading pressure, as you see. I don't have the truck on, so I'm not trying to get specific pressure or spec pressure. I'm just trying to recover the system right now. You're going to hit recycle, check oil drain level. Oh, you're going to also want to make sure this is empty and cleaned out, because that's where the oil from in there, some of it will come out and go in there. And just press continue. Once that's all drained, you connect the valve, the hoses, and open the valves. Then you press start. It's going to clear, it's going to recover. Now this process can take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes depending on how big your system is, but for the most part, that's how you would start the recovery. Alright, I'm back, and as you can see, we took some things apart. I took the compressor off the vehicle, that way I can check the oil, see if it's contaminated, and refill it with fresh new oil. There's a plate right here that says how much oil it takes. It's PGA 100, takes 14 ounces. 2 8-ounce cans right here. Alright, and you're going to want a clean container to put the old fluid in to check it. This is what I've got out of the system through the recovery. It doesn't take all of it out. It only takes a little bit of it out, maybe an ounce or 1.5. After you're done recovering, you're going to want to make sure it's at -10 mercury so it doesn't splash back out at you when you go to take the cap off of this. And once it's at that, you're free to take the compressor off. Be sure to, because these are heavy parts, so you want to play it safe, do it right. For this truck, there was some complications. We had to come over here. Alright. We couldn't get the bracket off all the way like I planned, so I just slid the bracket forward. You gotta move this stuff out the way, the bracket slides forward, and you gotta get these 4 bolts to the compressor underneath this plate. And if you slide the bracket forward, you can access those bolts, take them out, and take the compressor off. Alright, now, what you're going to want to do to drain the oil, you're going to want to, this is the oil fill, drain type deal. It's pretty simple. I think you just want to flip it upside down. Put that over here. Flip it upside down. Be careful because this is heavy and you don't want Freon spilling everywhere. You're going to flip it and drain it. And this one's not draining at all. That's alright. Alright, I'm back. As you can see, we didn't have that much fluid in there. It requires 14 ounces, and this is actually about 2. So, as you can see, it was low. You're going to want to have to fill it up so you get proper adjustment, because this would cause some parts to seize up maybe over time because there's not a proper amount of oil going through the system. Now, when you want to put this in, you want to put it in, and they're going to require you to make your own dipstick with measurements. It's usually made out of a paper clip. You're going to want to put it in, check the oil, put it back on, and basically vacuum the system and then charge the system. Now, I'm going to put this back together, but I'll be back on in a minute. Alright, it's me again. I have the compressor hooked up, the lines hooked up. Quick tip, when you hook up the compressor lines, you're going to want to change the washers inside of it. That's these. They're on the lines, and you're going to want to coat them in oil. Don't coat them in old oil, coat them in new oil. That way they have more of a seal. And you're going to come over here. Once you have the lines hooked up and a complete seal on the system, and you filled up your compressor with the proper oil, you're going to want to vacuum. It's real simple, just press vacuum, it's going to load up. Alright, continue. And normally you're going to want to do a vacuum for 15-20 minutes, but it honestly depends how long you had the system open and air has gotten into the system. So we had the system open for about maybe 30 minutes, so we're going to vacuum for like 20 minutes. And you just press yes, and it says perform a leak test. Yeah, we're going to perform, actually no, we're not going to perform a leak test, because if it leaks, the vacuum won't hold and the machine will shut off and it'll say it cannot hold the vacuum. So you'd know either way. Alright, and we'll come back when the vacuum's done. I get ready to charge the system. Alright, I'm back. Now, as you can see, we have everything put back together. I'm going to charge the system now. Now, the system, what goes in it and what charges it, you charge it through this, and usually it tells you how much to charge it on the label right here. You see this label? It tells you what to charge it with, which is R134A, and it wants 2.14. That's what you charge it with. So what you're going to do, after you vacuum it and let it sit from the vacuum, make sure it holds the vacuum and has no leak, you're going to want to charge it. So you press charge. Oh, oops, my bad. You press charge, and it says, use the AC capacity guide to use charge amount. That's basically the sticker I told you about. You press yes. Okay, yes. Oh, okay, here we go. It says enter a charge amount. You're gonna want to put 214. No.
Could 3 pounds.
You always do this, you never do more. Now, in case your machine doesn't have the specified thing, you're always going to do a little bit less. So, if it's 214, you'll probably put 221, and then charge the system. You're going to press continue, and it'll charge the system. Alright, now you're gonna want to wait until the charge is complete, and then it'll tell you to run the vehicle, run it with AC max, and equalize the hoses. But right now I'm short on time, so I showed you how to charge. After that, the system pretty much explains to you what to do after that, and then you want to get in the cab, make sure your AC works, check your lines, make sure there's no leak, and that is how you would replace, install, and charge your AC.